There is a discussion about crowning Dharmaraja. Dhritarashtra, Vidura, and Bhishma all come together to crown Dharmaraja. Now, the coronation ceremony for Dharmaraja was held very grandly. In jealousy, if Duryodhana gets angry, Dhritarashtra asks, "Is what you are doing right with your father?" He asked, "Is what you are doing right? How can you crown him? What right does he have?" Then Dhritarashtra said, "I am the elder, so you should not speak without knowing the Dharma. You think you have the right to rule because you were born in my womb. But there is a Dharma that says a blind man should not rule a kingdom. However, Bhishma, who did not want to reject me, made me the leader. Your uncle Pandu was made the commander-in-chief, and the entire responsibility of governance was in Pandu's hands. He was made the first minister capable of advising Vidura. Thus, after a year, the governance of the country should ultimately reach Dharmaraja, both legally and morally. This is one aspect. Whether it is an elder brother or a younger brother, ultimately, the nation belongs to the child that is born first. That child is the rightful leader of the nation, viewed in that way. Dharma was born first to Pandu. Only after Dharma was born did you come into existence. Then Dharma said, "You are my younger brother. While the elder brother is present, the younger brother cannot take the crown and rule." However, as soon as it was said that crowning Dharma is just, in anger, he replied, "I have no need to argue with you anymore. What can I do with Shakuni and Karna in hand? I will take care of these Pandavas. Just say that you will stay out of it." His thoughts are that cruel. Time is passing like this. One day, Dhritarashtra, Bhishma, and Vidura came together to hold a discussion. Then Dhritarashtra said to Bhishma, "The enmity between these two is indeed increasing day by day. I have advised them so much. Duryodhana and the others will not change my children. He says he will destroy the Pandavas. Dharma did not even want to be crowned. This enmity has fallen upon him. There is nothing good in this." Before that, Duryodhana went to meet Dhritarashtra. He said, "Please, we no longer want any association with the Pandavas." He gave him the land called Varnavat. And when asked who the man was, it was Dhritarashtra's minister. "Send that official representative and tell him to immediately renovate the beautiful place called Varnavat. It's not good for the two of them to be together. You suggest a plan and send the Pandavas along with the child to Varnavat. If they come there, he will give them advice. Usually the grandfather will give advice to the child. The foolish minds without any play have been enough for the grandfather. He must be careful. There is a big problem here. Who should say what? And who is guiding the Bharata path?" As soon as he said this, Dhritarashtra met with Bhishma. The enmity between the Kauravas and the Pandavas is increasing, day by day. There is no fault with the Pandavas. My children are the ones at fault regarding the Kauravas. But I am worried that something might happen to my brother's children. Therefore, I think I can go to Varnavat and give them guidance. Bhishma told Vidura that what you think is wrong. Both need to rule in unity. It is the law to crown Dharmaraja justly. That is not Dharma. Duryodhana is not angry. There is no meaning in this. What Duryodhana and his people are doing is not right. You will experience the consequences of this. There is no other way. Instead of both of them fighting daily and being enemies while staying in one place, living from a distance. Without enmity or relationship is much better, he said. You do as you wish. Now Dhritarashtra called the man and said, "Father, it is our responsibility to go to Varnavat and construct it. That place should be transformed to be like a divine realm. It should be more beautiful than a Maravati city. It should be more beautiful than Alagapuram." He said to go there, Arrange all the facilities and instruct Dharmaraja to take charge and rule. You, as the chief minister of that administration, should provide counsel. If you say that, what does Dhritarashtra understand? Is it possible to construct a place like this? It means to take it there, finish their story there, and then return. He is the brother born with Pandu. From birth, he had 2 eyes. Look at me with the eye of wisdom. He is not just someone who lost the part called Ganga. With good intellect, he cannot see this world. Duryodhana was a support for all the paths that could be provided. Now they have certainly accepted that and joined with the Pandavas. There, you see a magnificent palace surrounded by gardens and forests. It is so beautiful. The entire palace is adorned with jewels. Then can such a place be created? The Pandavas were astonished by that. Kunti was also amazed. If I were in that place, he was waiting for the opportunity to completely destroy them. But that is not a very strong building. Varnavat. The Cloud Palace is Wax Palace. Araku means wax. The Wax Palace is adorned with all kinds of jewels. It has all the amenities. Good clothes, jewelry, joy, dance, music, celebration, and delicious food. Everything is present. But the Pandavas, who are skilled in strategy, had a doubt. With all these amenities, even Hastinapura does not have such facilities now. With so many opportunities for amenities, they have created a prosperous place. What am I going to do? As soon as the doubt arose, even if they consulted the Pandavas, provided jewelry, food, or water to drink. Once I realized that there was no problem in doing any of that, I need to experience what I should do. So, will this Roshan disappear? Should I plan something or not? If it's a plan, it must be executed. If you see the plane, don't go anywhere. Stay with us. It makes us so happy that you are with us. You should eat with us, and you should sleep with us. After that, he should also eat. He must sleep in his place. If danger comes, it will come along with you. Then I'll see how you escape. I won't betray you. You should eat with us and sleep with us. In between, while carefully preparing to build this magnificent palace, they sent workers to meticulously construct the palace from Asinapuram. In that, a sculptor named Vidura was called. Father, you are going to create this palace. You must be truthful to me. Something might betray the band in that palace, but it must be immediately conveyed to the ears of the band. Be careful. If you want to protect us, he had sent a sculptor. Has Vidura met that sculptor now? This is not a building as you think. This is a magnificent palace. In the magnificent palace, you have lived for many days, and then on a specific day, without any doubt, he has decided that this life will come to an end while your life continues. The one who is going to hit you will do so. Escape from that. Because I have sent Vidura, I have raised a pillar in a specific place to help you escape into this magnificent palace as a mere servant. If you say that you have definitely named that pillar with your strong hands, then there will be a beginning of a moonlight path through it. As soon as it was said that the assistant could take your mother and escape, Bhima thought, how much treachery can he commit? That person who is digging a pit will not be good at all. Thinking in his mind, if that person is like that, he will be caught. You have so much love for us that you must eat with us. If you must sleep with us, it cannot be through that person. He will sleep soundly without any worries. If he sleeps well, he will immediately go and find that pillar according to the sculptor's instructions, and with all his strength, he will lift the pillar and place a foot on it. That foot is gone, look. Recognizing the sign, the 5 Pandavas, including their mother, are left with 4 of them. The 5 Pandavas and their mother, along with Bhima, stopped in front of that pillar, and everyone ran away. Through that area, all of them escaped with their mother. Bhima followed behind, and as soon as it was said that everyone had escaped, he held on to his mother while the 4 Pandavas moved ahead, and Bhima followed behind, turning into that demon. They came out. They reached a specific place through this tunnel path. That place is called Idumbavanam. They reached Idumbavanam. To reach there, Bhima and the other 4 had already gone ahead, calling their mother and leaving together. Finally, before entering the tunnel path that leads away from the pillar and reaching the boundary of the demon palace, what did he do? Bhima, with fire, melted the demon palace. The fire suddenly started to administer poison to these 5 people, and 5 world leaders were there. In this incident, if something happens, it was decided that they must somehow poison and kill the 5 people. The 5 leaders were placed there, and their mother was also present. If the 5 were there to help them. Now, if Bhima was sleeping well, the fire in the demon palace would have spread. When they looked in the morning, the entire palace was burned, and the 5 were dead. Their mother was also found dead, and people thought that all the Pandavas had perished. Bhima, who had come as their support, was also dead. This is the conclusion. We see that those people have come. What a great betrayal Dhritarashtra is committing. If all the parts are right, one should not err in life. This is such a significant flaw. While we are here, we should not let anyone suffer due to this flaw in this world. What sin, what birth, we are experiencing this in this birth. In our lives, we should only do good to others and should not think of doing harm without worrying even a little about Dhritarashtra. We cannot forget what he did to his brother. Bharat must definitely give the appropriate punishment for that. There is no change in that. The sins committed by Dhritarashtra, supported by his minister Bhima, are not forgivable sins. In life, we may commit some mistakes knowingly or unknowingly, but there is no forgiveness for mistakes committed knowingly. Therefore, if you knowingly do a wrong to someone else, Bharat is telling the world through the Kauravas that you will suffer the consequences of your actions. That is why, because of the thoughts you had, you did not even think of your brother's children. And because of that evil thought, all of them perished without a trace. If one says that death is what one brings upon oneself, then for the one who takes a knife in hand, death will come by the knife. For the one who picks up a stick, death will come by the stick. For the one who holds fire, death will come by fire. One can never escape the consequences of their actions. Bharat clearly illustrates such matters. Bharat can continue to speak as long as there is life. All those thoughts and reflections are gathered within it.